We have top PPG deck list coming out of the first PPG weekly tournament. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the results of these are going to go here in the near future. So we have Cody Angeloff playing Adamancipator and a relatively interesting Go engine. Now, I've been aware of this engine for about a week now. Lund has been showcasing it to me, but it's very interesting seeing the power of this rank 4 engine. So you basically get Adamancipator to discard or send a card to recruit for, a combination of one of these guys, or two of those guys. And the Automato pickup allows you to add an Automat card from your deck to your hand. Hello. So we basically get the ability to recruit for our good support to make Gallon Granite. It's just a matter of time until we broke this card. So this is first place Cody Angeloff's list. And we have some other list here as well. So we have triple copies of the Adamancipator Analyzer. We only have one copy of the Dragite, triple copies of Researcher, and we have triple copies of Seeker. Now, just a general evolution of this deck, we've definitely been reducing the amount of eggs in the deck. Displaying the one copy of the Draw Power is good enough, because you just time it for when you need it. We have the one copy of, that's right, Block Dragon. You don't really want to play more than this. Definitely seems to be the best result for just searching it. We have triple copies of DD Crow, because losing to literally the dumbest stuff in the world, aka Eldlich. We have triple copies of the Dodo Dwarf and the triple, Go man, I hate this card's name. We have triple copies of Doki Doki, one Gigantus, one Go Giant, triple copies of Go Gigas, one O-Lion, triple Nibiru, and the one copy of the Utopic Onomatopoeia. Now we have triple copies of Signs for the Revival, triple copies of the Onomatopoeia to search, triple copies of the Onomato Pickup for our good search card. Then we have the one copy of the Upstart Goblin. And down here we also have one Union Carrier, one Trisbania, one Lynx Spider, one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one Cerberus, one copy of IAP, one Halifibrax, one Appaloosa, one Tornado Dragon, one Gallon Granite, and the one Dweller. We also have the one Herald of the Arclight, one Reptite, and one Dragite. A lot of people were talking about starting to head towards an era where we actually cut the red one. Well, it definitely looks like we've reached that point. We have triple copies of Anti-Magic Arrows on the side, triple Cosmic, triple Dark Ruler No More, triple Lightning Storm, two Anti-Spell Fragrance, and one copy of Imperial Order, wrapping up Cody's first place list. Now, this deck snowballs large boards, you destroy your opponent, and you do synchro plays. It's super easy. It's 1, 2, 3. Now, next up, we have Pendulum. Now, I talked about this in the previous discussion here, but this deck is playing the one copy of the Magician's Souls, basically giving you access to drop things out of your deck and giving you the ability to turn certain cards into draw power, which is actually really nice. This was piloted by Ezekiel C, so kudos for that. That's actually a really interesting tech choice for this. So we have triple copies of the Endymion, the mighty master of magic. One Magician's Souls, triple copies of Magister of Endymion, one of the Little Basilisk, one Garuda, one copy of Jackal, triple copies of the Jackal King, triple copies of Master Cerberus, triple copies of Reflection of Endymion, the one copy of the Servant, two copies of the Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, one Instant Fusion, two of the Citadel, triple copies of the Mystical Institution, triple copies of Desires, triple copies of Spellbook Power Mastery, two Knowledge, triple Secrets, and one Terraforming. Down here in the extra deck, we have one Selene, one Abermax, one Unicorn, one Phoenix, one IP, one Gravity Controller, one copy of the Daybreaker, two copies of Crowley. We have one Boral Sword, one Boralode, one copy of Absolute, one Vortex Dragon, one Millennium Eyes, and one copy of Window. Side deck here we have two copies of Denko Rekka, two copies of Sheer Mode, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Dark Ruler No More, one Secret Village, triple copies of Evenly Matched, and one copy of Red Reboot. wrapping up Ezekiel's list for everybody here. So pretty straightforward with what we're attempting to do here. Build a board and go. Next up, we have Dragon Link. This was piloted by Samuel Chung, actually, coming out of 4th place, or top 4 for this. So that's actually really, really cool. And we still have Dragon Link kicking around. Now for tech choice here, we have the Kawaki Mara Draco. Basically, you can be cool, bring this out off of the spheres for the interruption on the opponent's turn. Basically, you put yourself in a much better position for disruptions on your opponent. It's very, very good. We also have interesting tech choices in here, like this good card. So we have 2 copies of the Apsa Router Dragon, triple copies of Asher Blossom and Joyous Spring, 1 copy of the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, 2 copies of the Black Metal Dragon. Ooh, the Red Eyes equips are good. 1 copy of Lavi in there. 2 copies of DD Crow. Definitely a lot more value to be had in this card now, especially being able to DD Crow your opponent's big boss monsters. 1 copy of the Keeper of the Shrine. 1 Kawaki Mara Draco. 1 Magna Rocket. 1 Brotar. 1 Red MD. 1 copy of the Rocket Recharger. Triple copies of Rocket Tracer. 2 copies of the Silver Rocket. 2 copies of Skullmeister. Triple copies of the Starleash Safe Fort, and the 1 copy of the White Dragon Wyvern Buster. Spells, we have 2 Boot Sector Launch, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Dragon Ravine, 1 Foolish Bro, triple Quick Launch, and only 2 copies of the World Legacy Guard Dragon. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Abomination, 1 Triple Burst, triple copies of the Striker Dragon, 1 copy of the Quad Boral, 1 Heretic Seals, 1 Pisty, 1 LP, and 1 Romulus, of course. 1 little Deligerous Dragon, 1 Boral Sword, 1 Beat Cop, and we have 2 copies, not just 1, of Borreload Savage Dragon. We also have 1 Nibiru on the side, triple copies of Dark Roller No More, 2 copies of Lightning Storm, triple Prohibition, triple copies of Evenly Matched, 1 Red Reboot, and 2 copies of, you guessed it, Royal Decree. Very interesting. Like, we've actually gotten into a slower format now. Like, now we have Eldlich showing its ugly head in the metagame. We're starting to see more things that can kind of grind towards beating this deck. This good card. This card is fantastic at what it does. And then we have... what is this? Elysium Davis piloted the Eldlich deck that you guys actually see here. So good news. There were 3 Eldlich in top 8, which is very interesting to me. Just the power that this deck actually presents in today's metagame seems really good, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where this deck will go. A lot of players debating between playing the Nibiru or the Gammas, actually, so that's interesting. So we have triple copies of Asher Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple copies of Eldlich, the Golden Lord, and triple copies of Nibiru, the Primal Being. We also have triple copies of Called by the Grave, 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Cursed Eldland, probably the best card in this deck next to the Golden Lord, 2 copies of the Eld Elixir, and then we have 1 copy of the Eld Elixir of White Destiny. Definitely a lot. You're never playing 3 of this. 1 seems to be correct. We have triple copies of the Pot of Extravagance. Then traps, we have triple copies of the Conquistador for interruptions, triple copies of our Revival, 1 copy of the Golden Land Forever, 1 copy of the Guardian of the Golden Land, 2 copies of the Pirates, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, 1 Skill Train, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment, wrapping up the main deck here. Down here in the extra deck, we have 1 Free Draw Power, 2 copies of Link Spidey, 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, triple copies of the OTK Machine, along with some extra damage, 1 copy of the Gangdari, 1 Shark Fortress, and 2 copies of Pleiades. Side deck here we have 1 Pankratops, triple copies of Inspector Border, triple copies of Sphere Mode, 1 copy of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Lightning Storm, triple copies of Evenly Matched, and 1 copy of Imperial Order, wrapping up your chunk of PPG deck profiles for the first major tournament, the way it looks here. So what do you guys think about these lists? Definitely an interesting setup to the metagame here. I'm going to be curious to see the progression of this online format as we start to see just the massive hate for this deck. Like, stopping the boss monster is pretty key. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And well, guys, I'm out. Ciao. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.